Hello family, welcome again to my channel. I know it's been a while. I was engaged with some activities, so I was unable to post some few videos, as you already know. But I want us to have some real conversation as I am back. I want to ask, how do you solve this challenge with regards to when you have got a staff and the customer calls the restaurant line and he or she picks up the call and begin to take the order from the customer, but at the end of the call it happened that some information that the customer shared, the call center personnel could admit that he or she didn't record all the information and couldn't be proactive enough to call the customer and clarify some information and also confirm if all the information given is accurate, but rather decides to proceed with the inadequate information that he or she has received from the customer to the kitchen, and based on that information order is being made and delivered to the customer, and here comes the customer, receives the order, and the customer is really disappointed and picks up the phone and call back to the restaurant and seek for you, the owner of the business. And here comes, this is where you receive the bash from the customer, speaking rudely beyond measure, and here comes, you have to swallow all this. And after you drop the call, you ask yourself, so what do you do with this stuff? Should you keep this stuff? Should you fire this stuff? Or should you rather do a refund to the customer or do another order? I know this is reoccurring situation that happens to you most of the time. Or sometimes too, you'll be there, then surprisingly some 2 or 3 staff plans to resign without your notice, and you'll be called that today this and that couldn't show up, so you are understaffed, and it happens that you have to cancel every personal other activity that you've got to do for yourself. Then you have to come back to the restaurant and be there with your team to help them before later you think of recruiting another team. Yes, and I understand what you go through, what you're going through with all these challenges, but this is it. These things that you're going through will always happen, and it will happen and happen again. But that doesn't mean that these things should discourage you and for you to think of getting out of this food business. That is why J-Talk Consult is here to help you. And I know this is where it starts. A lot of times it is one individual who receives the vision and sees him or herself to own a food business and want to start a food business. Yes. But in God's own wisdom, He doesn't give you the vision and He doesn't provide you with helpers. Because, yes, the vision is big, and the vision places a burden on you for you to think of it each and every day, that how do you make this thing come into reality? But this is what I want you to understand, that God bring other people who also understand the industry to help complement whatever gift and skill set do you have for this food industry, for your vision to come to pass. Because you could attest to the fact that there are different functional areas within this industry that sometimes you do not have any understanding and knowledge about it at all. But that is also supposed to be handled. But how do you effectively handle this area? Sometimes we have got the financial area, we've got the marketing, we've got the sales, we've got the inventory management, we've got the procurement, we've got the kitchen management, a lot of functional areas within this industry that sometimes you look at yourself that you are one in all, doing everything, but sometimes when you sit back and you watch what you are you are doing, you realize that you're not doing it well. You really need help. And I know you are being sincere to yourself. And sometimes you even wish you want to close down the business because of sometimes the kind of stuff you have, the kind of team you are working with, and they are not proactive. You have to tell them everything and all that. I understand. But JTO Consult is an expert within the casual dining restaurant who has gained much understanding and insight that can help you break the structures and the system within this food industry into its simplest form for you to appreciate this knowledge and take your business on and see yourself smiling. For confidentiality's sake, we will not be able to mention certain restaurants we've helped that are now doing well, and for that reason we are also urging you, don't keep it to yourself. With the stress that is draining you, the sleepless night that you're going through, the bills you've got to pay, and how sometimes you wish you want to go back into your other corporate career that you used to have. I understand everything that you're going through, but JTalk is ready to help you, to hold you as a companion and see yourself doing well. Because as I said in my previous video, that you are in a competitive field and you cannot be playing in this game with the amount of money you've invested into this business. You cannot be joking with these things that you're doing. No. So I urge you, just pick up the phone and call 0249 202054 or 05085287110, or you can choose to send us an email on jtoconsult@gmail.com, and we'll be ready to respond to your mail. Remember, we are ready to help you, and our slogan says, don't let it die, but make it work. Just don't sit back and allow this dream to just go down the drain by people just coming in and just killing the business for you. Just take it up. It is your baby. It is for you. You were cut out for this. Just make the move and engage us, and we'll be ready to help you. And I believe all these challenges that you're going through will be a thing of the past. We'll be expecting you soon. See you.